If something's toxic, and it's only ever been that, what are you going to do? Welcome to Popstart. Taylor Swift has reportedly ended her 6-year-long relationship with Joe Alwyn, and the reason behind the split has finally been confirmed. While some sources suggest that the breakup was amicable, others claim that Taylor was holding on to the relationship to avoid being seen as someone who cannot keep a relationship. However, it's unclear whether the breakup was truly amicable or if Taylor was the one who ended things due to the exhaustion of dating Joe. Let's delve deeper into this situation to find out what happened. You know, people go on and on about you have to forgive and forget to move past something. No, you don't. You don't have to forgive, and you don't have to forget to move on. You can move on without any of these things happening. You just become indifferent. For those who are unaware, Taylor Swift and Joe Alwyn's romantic tale began at the 2016 Met Gala. In her song Dress, Taylor references this encounter, singing, "Because I don't want you like a best friend. Only bought this dress so you could take it off. Flashback to when you met me, your buzzed cut and my hair bleached." Shortly after their first meeting at the Met Gala, rumors began to circulate on social media that Taylor and Joe were dating. A source spoke to The Sun and suggested a possible romance between the two, even claiming that Taylor and Joe had been seeing each other for some time and that their friends and families were aware of it. This isn't a new couple alert or a secret relationship. The only people this has been a secret to is the media, because all of us, Taylor and Joe's closest friends, and their families were aware they've been together for several months and have known each other for a long time. As we are aware, Taylor is known for writing songs about her relationships in no time. This time was not an exception. A guest at Taylor's Reputation album Secret Listening Session disclosed on Tumblr that Taylor told them personally that the song Gorgeous was inspired by Joe. Taylor made us all promise that if anyone made any accusations of who this song is about, we tell them it is 100% about her angel boyfriend of 1 year. This isn't a secret she wanted us to tell people. Despite Taylor's public displays of affection towards Joe and her heartfelt songs dedicated to him, he appeared to be doing the opposite. In his interviews, he barely acknowledged Taylor's presence, and when he did, he would often tell the interviewers not to ask him about her. For example, during his 2018 interview with British Vogue, he said, "I'm aware of people who want to know about that side of things. I think we have been successfully very private, and that has now sunk in for people, but I prefer to talk about work." During an interview, Joe Alwyn was asked about Taylor's political activism, and despite initially praising her, he seemed visibly upset and uncomfortable when her name was mentioned. He quickly walked away to the next reporter before they could even ask their question. This behavior was similar to his past interviews, where he hardly acknowledged Taylor's existence and even told interviewers not to ask him about her. Do you make Taylor Swift on all of her going out in terms of her political stance? We haven't seen that before. I think it's great. I think it's important. Thank you so much. In another instance, Joe's behavior towards Taylor became even more passive-aggressive. During an interview with GQ, he refused to discuss Taylor and even refused to reveal his favorite Taylor Swift song, which was quite a surprising move. No one is obliged to share their personal life. I'm just not even going to go into that side of the world. It appears somewhat strange to me. While it is understandable that someone might want to keep their relationship private, completely ignoring its existence is a bit odd. Taylor is capable of expressing her affection for Joe through songs to millions of people, so why can't he reciprocate with love even once? I feel sorry for Taylor, but it seems she was so enamored with Joe that she did not notice these warning signs. However, just 4 months after the uncomfortable interview, rumors started spreading on social media about the couple getting engaged. An insider who spoke with Us Weekly stated, "Taylor's friends are all talking about a proposal and how she wants to marry Joe. He's her dream guy." In 2020, Taylor revealed in her Netflix documentary Miss Americana why she fell in love with Joe and decided to date him. However, it wasn't for the typical lovey-dovey reasons one might expect. At the time, Taylor's career was in turmoil, and she was receiving a lot of hate on social media after a messy feud with Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. The situation got so bad that Taylor lost millions of followers and was heavily criticized online. Naturally, Taylor was looking for support during this difficult time, and that's when Joe entered her life. Some fans have questioned whether she stayed in the relationship for so long because she truly loved him, or because she felt indebted to him for being there for her when she was at her lowest point. Long time I felt alone, not bitter. I felt, sort of like a wounded animal lashing out. During an interview with E.T., Taylor seemed to dismiss the engagement rumors by referring to Joe as her boyfriend instead of her fiancé. However, breakup rumors surfaced recently when fans noticed that Joe had not appeared at any of Taylor's shows for her Lovers Tour. However, an insider spoke on Joe's behalf to People and reassured fans that Joe and Taylor were still together. This insider explained that Joe wasn't able to attend any of Taylor's shows due to scheduling conflicts. Joe will travel with her when he can. They are great together. Joe is super supportive of her career. Skipping ahead to a few days ago, we learned that this previous information was false. Entertainment Tonight reported on April 8th that Taylor was the one who ended things with Joe. Their relationship had just run its course. It's why Joe hasn't been spotted at any shows. Reports indicate that the breakup had been impending as Taylor and Joe had grown apart and their relationship was no longer functioning. There are several speculations as to why Taylor initiated the breakup. People magazine reported that the couple had different personalities, leading to their split, according to a source close to Taylor and Joe. They've had rough patches before and always work things out, so friends thought they would take some time apart, but eventually come back together. However, this time, the strain was too deep, and they weren't the right fit for each other. According to some sources, there are claims that Taylor's fame was a contributing factor to the breakup, as Joe found it challenging to handle the pressure and attention that comes with dating one of the world's biggest celebrities, leading to a growing rift between them. A source who was close to the couple confirmed that Joe couldn't keep up with Taylor's fame. They had plenty in common and fell in love in a safe bubble while she was retreating from the world during Reputation. Then the pandemic hit, and they were locked down together and able to continue growing their relationship in this insulated way, but he didn't know her yet outside of that bubble. I understand where Taylor is coming from because this relationship with Joe has been one of her longest. We all know how the media loves to criticize her for her past relationships. Taylor herself once mentioned this in an interview. Like my relationship for 6 years, we've had to dodge weird rumors, tabloid stuff, and we just ignore it. After the news of the breakup broke out, it became evident that Taylor's relationship with Joe had come to an end, despite the impression that it was a solid relationship. Fans then shared a video clip of Taylor crying while singing her song, Champagne Problems, which she had written about Joe. Taylor's concerns about people using her breakup to criticize her have unfortunately materialized, as some individuals have been making hurtful comments about her. For instance, one person wrote, "Past her prime, late 30s, menopause soon, and still can't keep a man happy. Embarrassing." Some individuals showed support for Taylor, as evidenced by this statement from one person who said, "A lot changes in 6 years, and they're still relatively young. Breakups aren't a bad thing. They provide room for new experiences and different levels of growth." What are your thoughts regarding Taylor Swift's decision to end her 6-year-long relationship with Joe? Also, what are your opinions on those who criticize Taylor for her past relationships? That's it for now. Please hit subscribe and see you all next time on Popstart.